Y'all doing, family? This is Chris Rod with Media TV, and I'm going to be showing y'all this video by CNN. It says panelist rips Trump, and it says he won't say abuse is wrong. So, like I said, family, I don't support abuse of anyone, abusing no woman, abusing no kids, abusing anyone. I don't support that at all. You feel what I'm saying? But check this out. But I want y'all to think about something. These same white people, these same white women that's getting abused by white men, these white women voted for Trump. So actually, that says something about these white women that actually voted for Trump. And now they're outrageous that Trump won't say that what happened with his two cabinets that's being that's getting hit because they abused their wives. They seem so shocked that Trump is shocked that Trump is taken up for his cabinet. But you shouldn't be. You didn't know Trump was like this before he got in the fucking office? Like all the shit that Trump did to women. And you thought he was gonna be moral and a good leader and shit like that. Like, come on, man. You didn't see all this shit that happened with him before he got in the office? You white people are fucking stupid. You're stupid. Wake the fuck up. But I'm not here to wake up white people. I'm here to show my royal family what's going on. So family, y'all watch this.
It is notable that when these Republican men are accused of things, they deny it outright. And I think the Trump administration uses their denials to avoid taking any responsibility. When the case of Al Franken did come up, you would see surrogates from the RNC come out and say, well, he admitted it. And when our guys are accused of things, they don't admit it, and then they just say they deserve due process. There's like a script to this. And this is why I believe Trump publicly is defending Rob Porter, even if he admits there were problems behind the scenes, because he has to give his surrogates cover. Because what happens when his surrogates are asked about Trump's behavior?
They have to say that opens a whole other can of worms. Also, when Trump talks about it, I mean,
so they can never admit anything, and as long as you never admit wrongdoing, they can defend it.
Yep. Anousheh, to you, when you look at his tweet, you really have to look at this teeny little word "mirror," used as an adjective to describe allegation. Mere allegation. Tell me if this is a mere allegation when you have two ex-wives and an ex-girlfriend talking about this. You have the picture of the black guy. You have the fact that the FBI knew, Don McGahn, the White House counsel knew, and his chief of staff knew. Is that a mere allegation to you?
Restraining order, too, by the way, Brooke. Restraining order and 911 calls.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You know what, Brooke? No, it is never a mere allegation. Violence against women, we are at a point now, this goes beyond partisan politics. Violence against women is a human rights issue. And I want to reiterate my call to GOP and Republican women that it is time to get out. I feel like GOP women are trapped with their abuser, which is Trump. You guys have stood by him through pedophilia, through sexual harassment, through sexual assault, and not all of you, but the majority. And I want to say the majority of white women who voted for Trump, I want to say enough is enough. We are at a pivotal moment in this country right now. The culture is shifting. This is a turning point for women's rights and for violence against women. And you know what the president just made clear to us, not that we needed him to stipulate this, is that he doesn't back this movement. That a man's denial, a white man's denial, is worth more than a woman's word, than a woman's experience. And I think, I don't want to pull this card, but I think in this situation I have to. But as a mother, what is the message that we are sending to little girls? What is the message that is coming from this White House? Why is it so complicated and difficult for this president to say, no, this was wrong? Violence against women, domestic violence is wrong. He can't even say it.
And that's, I mean, look, I think it speaks to this sort of way in which all of the presidents, I'll speak to the modern era because I'm not totally up on how much John Tyler defined the presidency and its moral beacon. But I will tell you, all modern presidents, Brooke, saw the job, whether it's George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, George H.W. Bush, they saw the job as sort of in part being a leader of the American people, taking the high road, understanding that what you say matters.
But also, Chris, I mean, the concept of like empathy. You know what's so funny, Brooke? You never see Donald Trump, show any kind of empathy. We saw when Heather Myers died in Charlottesville, American citizen was killed from Nazi violence, no comment. Puerto Rico, throw paper towels at them. But the only time you really see like any kind of human emotion from Trump is when he's standing up for serial abusers of women. You got to believe him. He denied it. I mean, what is this? This is disgusting. And as a mother, I have to say to Kellyanne Conway, shame on you for making the Sunday talk show rounds yesterday and trying to defend this. I don't know how these women look at their daughters in the face.
I do wonder about, Amanda, to you, again, I wonder about the women in the West Wing. She's right. Kellyanne Conway, she did her job. She defended her boss. She defended her president. But I have to wonder, in the quiet corners within the West Wing, if some of these women, Kellyanne Conway, Ivanka Trump, other women are like rolling their eyes, or if they are frustrated at this man who, publicly they have to defend and privately they're ashamed of.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think we all speculate what's going on in the inner workings of the minds of those who work in the White House, but to be honest, I don't really care. Because you go out in public, I'm going to take your word at what you say in public. And I sort of think we're missing the big story that the Rob Porter situation exposes. And that's the fact that many people in the White House, not just the chief of staff, not just the White House counsel, ignored security concerns to protect their guy. Yeah. Of course, that's really disconcerting when it comes to violence against women. But there's a lot of other people, namely Jared Kushner, in that White House who have potential conflicts of interest, who may be exposed to corruption, who are under investigation for the Russia situation. And so if they're
because he doesn't have the clearance, let's just remind everyone, he doesn't have the clearance, and he's the one, as we read the reports over the weekend, it's not the president who's reading the intel briefings, it's his son-in-law.
Yeah, so I think we have to ask if that many people in the White House were willing to ignore, allegations of domestic violence, what else are they ignoring? Yes, and I think that's where we need to follow the story.
You're right.
Okay, family. So these panelists, women, and one white man, they ripping into Trump because over the sexual, not sexual abuse, but abuse that happened to like I told y'all, the two Trump candidates that Trump have on his staff, Robert and the other guy, I forgot his other name. But they're ripping into him because Trump is taking up for them and stuff like that. But they acting like they're surprised, like, what I'm saying? What the hell did you expect? Like I said, what did you expect for him to do? Like, come on, man. And y'all voted for him. You should blame your fucking self for what's happening. You should blame your fucking self because y'all put this fucking idiot in a fucking in the damn White House. So blame yourselves for that shit.